Hey, what's up YouTube? It's me, Shiekrunner, and welcome back to another one of my videos. So this is a series where I'm showing you how to do the quest in Shadowlands more effectively. In today's video we're going to take a look at the quest called Fit for a Margrave. It's located at the House of Plagues in Maldraxxus, and it's the end story quest line for the House of Plagues. Um, so this is currently my favorite quest in the Shadowlands, just because of how clever the fast red here is. The quest, in its completing it in its intentional way, isn't fun at all. So it's only for the fast red, which is what makes it for me currently my favorite strat. It's a very simple one on the surface. You click on the right anima catalyst, you click on the left anima catalyst, and then you click on the cauldron. And I'm showing you how to do this quest in the normal way first, and then I'm going to show you the 5-head clever strat of how to do this fast. So this is a 45-second stun duration. During this, like, Horde can kill me, they can knock me off, like in war mode. It's really bad, you don't generate any experience during this. There's nothing that you can really do to speed this up on the surface level, and it's just overall a really bad quest. Another side note here, I want to go over like how this was discovered. And for that, it's important for you to know that while you're in a group, only one person has to click the codon for all of the people in the group to get stunned. So, and once you have clicked on it, what you do is you collect the rune, which looks more like a potion, and then you finish the quest. This is how you do this quest intentionally. It's a really boring quest in its doing it in its intentional way. So now I'm going to get out a mailbox to collect correct Radiance control gem. This is important for me to explain how this was discovered. So me and Elrin found this. I had the thought that what happens if Elrin clicks the cauldron while I'm riding the Radinex, which is a vehicle. So what he would do is he would click on the cauldron, and that would normally stun us both. But while you're on a Radinex, this does not apply. It delays the stun until you are off of the Radinex. So, and if you click on the cauldron, everything is red around us. And I presume that because that is probably the trigger, as soon as you get off the Radinex, regardless of where you're located, maybe outside of the Shadowlands this does not happen, but inside of Maldraxxus you will get the stun just delayed, so it doesn't really do anything. So that was the first step, which gave us hope, of course, because we could at least delay the stun already. So my go-to thought was then to try out what happens if Elrin clicks the cauldron as I'm about to die using the stuck function. And surprisingly, what happened was this thing right here would become available to use. And once I returned to my corpse, I could click it and finish the quest before Elrin was complete because he was still stunned and I was not. And this way we knew that obviously there is a way to speed this up, but how do we get it so that Eldrin, the person who clicked on the item, can kill himself as well? Because, well, if he isn't able to do so and we level in group, well, I would have to wait on him, right? Because I'm 20 seconds faster than he is, because I skipped it, but he couldn't because when you like are stunned, you cannot use a stuck function, and there are no mobs around us that we could utilize to kill ourselves. So we had to find a method that but kills us over time, like a dot or something. And because I prepared for this for such a long time, and like around half a year ago, I was looking into ways of effectively killing ourselves in WoW besides just using the stuck function. There's this method with a fire. So if you place down a cooking fire, um, and then eat this alcohol pinched with a nitro fuel, which you can get in Ashrun at the innkeeper guy. Um, it says warning, do not consume near an open flame. This is what we're exactly going to do. We're going to consume this at an open flame, and then we get a debuff for 7 seconds, which also still is applied after you run away from the fire, and it does like half of your life, or like even more, slightly more. So you need two of those applications pretty much to die from it. So this way you could die uh, during the sun, right? So originally, there was a way to do this really, really fast in solo as well, but when I made this video, I figured it out that it does not work, unfortunately. There was no reason to really predict that because it was just looking as it would function. Because it's all about the Brazier of Awakening, which Eldrin contributed to the finding of this. I guess. So basically, this resurrects a nearby party member after combat has ended, it says, but I can confirm that if you use it anywhere outside of the Shadowlands, besides in instance content, that if you place it next to you and you die and you were not in combat, you still get rest. Unfortunately, this does not seem to work while in the Shadowlands. Or it may be something to do with this question specifically, which I doubt that that is the case. But yeah, since it worked anywhere else, we assume that this would work here as well, which unfortunately it did not. So this makes this solo slightly less effective because there's no way to rest yourself unless you're a warlock with a soul stone. Um, I have a few other ideas that I will confirm later, which we maybe can get this to work. But as of right now, this is not as fast as it once was solo, but it's still significantly faster as it is intentionally, with the intended strategy. Currently, the fastest way of doing this would just be be a warlock, or be in a group with a warlock in there that can soulstone a player that is killing themselves at the cauldron, and then obviously there has to be a class that is soulstone that can mass resurrect or CR people in that group, right? So I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So I don't have this item with me at the moment, unfortunately, and I don't have my Jeeves on me either to pick it up out of my bank. But basically, you would want to get this item here if you are not a warlock and have not found another way to resurrect yourself without the brazier. This one right here, this increases your movement speed while dead by 30%. The potion of Spectre Swiftness or something, the Shadowlands potion would work for this wonders as well, because well, um, well, it would work wonders because you would be faster while dead. Because if there is no res, you have to log to your corpse, and this is what speeds it up. So also, we're going to do this quest one more time intentionally, just because I want to set something up beforehand, before we're doing this quest. So this is a weak hour that Permor created for us. So I will show this. So I hope there is some. Yeah, okay, there it is. Roleplay duration group. So custom options. We're gonna add an entry. And how is this NPC called? Margrave Stradama. Stradama. And what does she say? She says, "Who beckons me?" Whatever that means. Probably just who is annoying me or something, I don't know. So now we see if this 50-second timer is appropriate or not. Or like actually probably like 40. So now when this text appears, there will be a timer, like a DBM timer, you could say. Like as soon as the text appears in chat. So let's see. There it is. So this is just a visualization of how much we would save doing this, the way that it is optimal for me to do this as a demon hunter without a rest at the moment. So I just want to confirm that the timer and everything is like properly set up. Like it doesn't have to be like exact second or something like that, but just so that you can get an idea. Obviously, keep in mind I don't wear the necklace that increases my movement speed by that. I also don't use a potion that increases my movement speed by that, so this can go much faster if you do those things. So I guess we want to add like 2 seconds to it. So, and like you remember, just click it and then you finish the quest. So now we're actually going to do it, the quest. So what you do is you pick up, now we actually do the skip. So obviously this can be done much faster with the movement speed items, but also if I had done this quicker from the get-go, like there are some strats to speed that process up, but I just made it safe here. So as you can see, now I resurrect myself, I click on it, and then I finish it, and then I turn in the quest. And as you can see, I didn't even use the movement speed items. I could have done all of this much quicker, and regardless of that, I still saved 20 seconds. And if you can rest yourself, you save 45 seconds. So this was the quest. I hope you enjoyed this video. Um, and this is currently my favorite quest. It was even better with the brazier to resurrect ourselves, but unfortunately, that does not seem to work anymore. Or like that did never work apparently in the Shadowlands to begin with. So see ya.